champions come out onto the field. Today's team: number 1, Mark Mulligan; number 2, Des Drummond; number 3, Tony Kay; number 4, Paul Burns; 5, Stuart Cocker; 6, back in the fold, Wayne Kitchen; 7, Dean Marwood; 8, Peter Riley; 9, Phil McKenzie; 10, Colin Armstrong; 11, Martin Oglenby; 12, Brad Heppy; and 13, Jed Byrne. Today's substitutes for Town are number 14, Jason Moore; and 15, Gary Schubert. As the Rochdale team come out, we've got a large following come up from Scotland today. Number 1, Steve Gibson; number 2, Jason Green; 3, Martin Strett; 4, Brett Cullen; 5, Paul O'Keefe; 6, Steve Gartland; 7, Stuart Pugsley; 8, Dave Harmer; 9, Richard Packnuk; number 10, Cliff Eccles; 11, Cavill Hugh; 12, Simon Bamber; 13, David Fell. Today's substitutes for Rochdale are Ian Bates and Eamon Ratu. The man in the middle, Mr. Steve Presley from Castleford. Here with the red flag, Mr. Southwood, and the yellow flag, Mr. Walton. Very experienced official, Mr. Presley, who officiated the Town and Keighley clash earlier on in the year. Today's mascot is Craig Moffat from Ashfield Infant School. He's 6 years of age and his favourite player is Wayne Kitchen. Today's match sponsor is Matthew Brown, the man of the match at T&M Fear and News Agents of Vulcans Lane, and the match ball is donated by G&R Bedford. Once again, Town's official club sponsor are Russell Office Systems. So the formalities are over. Referee Mr. Presley calls both captains. It's Colin Armstrong for Town, and for Rochdale it is Richard Packnuk. So pitch in excellent condition, very, very firm indeed. No doubt both sets of supporters open for a good open running game. The wind, for anybody who knows Derwent Park, is coming right off the slag banks. So everything to play for in this last 8 tie. Remember, the final at Old Trafford in a fortnight's time. So it's going to be Town who attack the river end in this first period. So what wind there is will be at Town's back in this first 40 minutes. So after the euphoria of the Bramley game a fortnight ago, it's all flat again. Everything to play for in this knockout competition. Mr. Presley signals to his linesman and says carry out the proceedings. It's kicked deep, taken to Gibson. Gibson trying to run it wide. Player coach for Rochdale. Taken quickly, Green, a late replacement into this Rochdale side, fetching it infield, but met by some stiff tackling from Heppy and Armstrong. Packnuk onto Harmer. Well, Eccles through the gap, looking for support. Already onto Cavill. Good tackle coming in there. But Rochdale, remember, who inflicted Town's biggest defeat of the season at Derwent Park. Bamber taking it up, looking to offload. It does onto Cavill Hugh. Hugh takes it up, then onto Gibson. Gibson wriggles out of tackles, links up with Pugsley, then onto Harmer. Upended though, last tackle. Rochdale keeping it well for a set of 6. Packnuk fires it left onto Gartland, who puts a spiralling kick in. Taken by Mulligan, who takes it back in field. Brought down by Harmer, still in the Town 22. Marwood in field onto Cocker. Cocker trying to open up, but brought down by Gartland. McKenzie onto But again, Rochdale fired up for this encounter. Ogilvie, his first touch after his return from suspension. Mackenzie now, back to Mulligan. Mulligan puts the kick in behind the defence, drives him back and finds touch. So Rochdale trudge their way back just inside their own 22. It's going to be Pugsley to feed, this former Whitehaven player. Scrum half, well, hardly in, but he comes out to O'Keefe. O'Keefe wrapped up by Kitchen again, his first game back after a lengthy injury spell with a groin injury. Packnuk. Packnuk again, onto Harmer, again in midfield. Packnuk, good tackle by Riley there. Packnuk again, onto Gartland, who again puts the boot in, trying to drive Town back, which he does so successfully, finds touch. So it's a scrum down about 12 yards from the Town line. All the possessions been in Rochdale's hands at the start of this game. Marwood feeds, comes up with it, onto Burns. Burns trying to run it through Stretton Gartland, but they force him back. Onto Kay. Kay trying to run it wide, but Ewing on the tackle. Mackenzie onto Byrne. Mackenzie now onto Armstrong, trying to take it short, but again the tackling's alert. Mackenzie onto Ogilvie, straightens it up. Good run by the second row. Now Mackenzie back to Mulligan. Mulligan puts the kick in behind the defence. Gibson takes it 10 yards from his own try line, tries to run it wide. Elusive runner, this former Salford fullback. O'Keefe tries to go himself, wriggles out of tackles, but now brought down by Mackenzie and Riley. Green tries to go himself, but nowhere through on this occasion. Just almost flying there in midfield. Packnuk goes right, onto Eccles. Eccles again trying to fend them off. Packnuk again, onto Pugsley. Gartland fires it wide. Onto Stret, but wrapped up by Kay and finished off by Drummond. Its last tackle. Fell, infield, onto Gartland. Gartland again puts the kick in, which pops up well for Mulligan. Checks what his options are, then runs it wide, almost through. Good tackle by Fell. Takes it himself. Good play by the fullback. Mackenzie, quick hands onto Armstrong. Armstrong over the top of Pugsley. Cullen brought him down. Mackenzie now darts on the narrow side, infield onto Heppy. Heppy trying to burst the line. Better play by Town, quick hands. Mackenzie again fires it left. Marwood onto Kitchen. Kitchen takes it up onto Ogilvie. Short ball onto Burns, then onto Cocker. But referee spotted a forward pass. But Town giving that ball plenty of air, unlike the first running opportunity. Green taking it from the right wing position, but Kitchen wraps him up. Still in the Rochdale 22, Gibson takes the pressure off his forwards and has a go himself. Met by Heppy though and flung to the ground. Packnuk again, onto Harmer. But again making good yardage. Packnuk again goes right, this time onto Cavalier, runs it to Armstrong, brings him down just short of halfway. Packnuk goes again. Lively customer onto Pugsley, who fires it wide to Green. Green wrapped up, something of a hospital past that. Last tackle. Infield again onto Gartland, who puts the kick in right down Mulligan's throat, who positioned himself superbly. Runs it straight back at them. Harmer does the tackle in. Marwood first there. Then onto Kay. Kay trying to open up, brought down on halfway. Marwood onto Burns. Burns trying to step it up short. Brought down by Eccles again. No. Mackenzie, another side. Onto Drummond. Drummond goes back in field. Brought down by second rows, Cavalier and Bamber. Mackenzie onto Armstrong. Straightens it up as he goes down centre field. His last tackle. Mackenzie onto Marwood. Marwood chip over the top. Green's there. Takes it well. Packnuk wanting to take it quickly. He does so onto Bamber. Bamber met by Heppy, and that's not recommended. Thumping tackle there from the New Zealander. Packnuk again onto Pugsley. That looked forward. Was fed onto Fell, but nothing given. Packnuk, another side onto Harmer. Thumping tackle by Drummond. Packnuk again in field onto Pugsley, run around, then bring on Cavalier, met by Riley. Packnuk again to Pugsley. Pugsley wide onto Cullen. Cullen trying to step it in field, but Kitchen and Mackenzie bring him down just inside the town half. It's last tackle, probed another side. Pugsley throws wide, then over the top. Mulligan takes it on the full and runs it out of danger. Still going. Good tackle by Fell though, just outside the town 22. Marwood onto Kay, did well to take it. Tried to step in field. Then onto Cocker. Cocker trying to evade the tackles. Now Mackenzie darts himself. Finds Kitchen. Kitchen wriggles out a tackle. Still going Kitchen. Still going Kitchen. Looking for support. Tried to go inside Gibson, but Gibson brought him down. Now Marwood in field onto Riley. Riley again probes inside the Rochdale 22. Burns onto Byrne. Byrne checks in field, looks for somebody on his left shoulder. It's last tackle. Mackenzie from acting half-back. Darts, another side. Chip through. Tough a Rochdale hand, and Mackenzie's there to score the opener. Well, Phil Mackenzie, opportunist, last tackle again. Spotted the gap on the other side. Kicked through, took his own kick. The Rochdale defence was standing still, and he's plunked the ball down for the opening score. Well, we said a few weeks ago it was a 14-1 shot. It was 14-1 again to score the first try. I wonder if he's had a bet this weekend. So now from this nigger side, Marwood trying to add on the conversion, but he's hooked it left of the upright. So in 10 minutes, Town take the lead by 4 points to 0. A lively start by both sides, but it's Town who have got points on the board. Strett to restart, this former Rugby Union B international. Riley under it, takes it well, got a good head of steam. Right into Cavalier. Mackenzie, now on to Kay. Bamber and Cavalier again in on the tackle. Town have a substitute warming up. Mackenzie onto Armstrong, running it straight. Brought down by both props, Hammer and Eccles. Now on to Oglenby again, running it down centre field. Mackenzie onto Riley. Riley bursting the first line again. Had a tremendous game at Bramley, remember. Mackenzie darts left again. Looks what his options are. He's going himself through the gap. Now on to Burns, back in field, and Cocker just can't take the final pass with the line at his mercy. So Town on the ascendancy, but it looks as though they're going to lose Wayne Kitchen, who's hobbling away on the far side, being replaced by Jason Moore. So that's not the side Town wanted after 10 minutes. Kitchen limps off. So Rochdale in possession, trying to run it away from deep. Cavalier steps it back in field, offloads onto Bamber, but Moore already in on the tackle. So we could either see Jed Byrne or Martin Oglenby go to the standoff position, with Moore going into the second row. But did well, Eccles there to offload. Gartland couldn't find the final pass though. Its last tackle. Packnuk wide onto Stret. Stret hoists one down centre field, taken superbly by Mulligan, right on the full. Evades the first and the second onto Drummond. Drummond tries on the outside. Cavalier did well and he's lost the ball. So just the ankle tap which stopped Drummond from going in. Put Enterprise in play. So it's Jed Byrne who's gone to the standoff position. Moore in the second row and Heppy at loose forward. Pugsley feeds, then on to O'Keefe who runs it infield. Tackled by Byrne though. Packnuk onto Bamber. Bamber trying to fend them off but just can't, and there's three in on the tackle to force him back. Packnuk left onto Gibson. Gibson wrapped up again by Heppy and Armstrong. Rochdale still in possession. Pugsley looks for runners, steps it in field, swats a gap, looking to link up. Put Packnuk wrapped up just on halfway. Gartland again. Onto Eccles. Eccles pushes it wide onto Stret, but Stret's well wrapped up. Fairly upended, its last tackle this time. Packnuk again fires it to Gartland, who again puts the kick in. Mulligan turns and picks it close to his line, trying to run it away from deep. Brought down a couple of yards from his own try line. Marwood infield onto Cocker. Cocker trying to open up, which he does so. Just grabbed by the shirt by Eccles. But now Town onto Moore, then onto Drummond. Drummond trying to open up. But again, the last tackle by the ankle. Mackenzie this time onto Byrne. Byrne steps it infield, still on his feet. Byrne still going. Gibson, the last line of defence, finds him, but he's offloaded onto Oglenby, then onto Burns. Burns looks for numbers and he finds Oglenby, and Oglenby goes in for a try. Well, what a tremendous score. Town always keeping the ball alive, and Oglenby on his return goes in. He was in tremendous form before he was suspended, and he goes in for his first try on his return to extend the Town lead to 8 points to 0. So from the far side, it's going to be Marwood to try to tag on the extra two. Here he... Well, not happy. So it's just the start. Town wanted the lead by 8 points to 0 on 16 minutes. And take nothing away from Rochdale because they've played their part. So Marwood. Is it there? Yes, it is. So from the touchline, Marwood converts to take Town into a 10 points to 0 lead on 17 minutes. So Rochdale already making their first substitution. It's going to be Ian Bates replacing Stuart Pugsley. So Rochdale to restart with Stret. Tries to punt it into space. It's over the head of Mulligan, who turns and chases it. Feeds onto Riley. Riley, another good burst by the prop. Mackenzie, quick hands onto Armstrong. Again, another good burst. Mackenzie, quick hands onto Oglenby, the try scorer. Brought down just short of halfway. Mackenzie. Then on to Heppy. Heppy still on his feet. But well, loses the ball. So it's a scrum down. Well, with a town feed. Marwood now feeds, comes up with it. On to Byrne. Byrne trying to weave something. Marwood on to Kay. Running his first man, but upended. Mackenzie goes on that side onto Paul Burns. But again upended by these big forwards. Town bunching a bit in midfield. Marwood now takes it up, feeds it onto Armstrong, who's straightened it up, still on his feet. Into the Rochdale 22 again. Mackenzie darts himself, tried to chip through, but Rochdale come up with it and come out with it. Now they look for support. Onto Gartland, but Gartland's brought down. Town were well lined out there when Mackenzie took the option of kicking through. But it's now Cavalier trying to burst away. His former Barrow player. There's plenty in on the tackle. Packnuk onto Bates. Bates looks for runners. Brought down just short of halfway. Well, did he play it? Referee said yes. Bates a run around, then fires it wide onto Gibson. Stret wide onto Cullen. But he's dropped the ball. Drummond takes it, runs it infield. Drummond still on his feet. Good tackle there though by Bamber. Mackenzie darts right again. Infield onto Heppy. Shoves one off. Still going. But there's 3 in on the tackle. Well, referee spotted something. He was right on the spot to his credit. Well, spotted a fist going in from Mr. Bates. He didn't like being pushed off by Heppy. And the result's a penalty, but good referee, and he was right on the spot. So it's going to be Mulligan to kick to touch on his popular side, which he does so very successfully. Right in Willie Low's car park. Mackenzie onto Riley. Riley drives it into the heart of the defence. Town set things up. Mackenzie onto Armstrong. Armstrong ambles his way, now 10 yards out. Sure, Town would love another score now. Mackenzie darts one way, then onto Mulligan. Mulligan short ball, then onto Heppy. But again, he's held up 5 yards out. Mackenzie onto Kay. Kay changes the direction. Can he make it? It's wriggling, and there's a try. With about 3 round his arms, 2 on his head, 1 on his back, he thumps the ball down for Town's 3rd try of the afternoon. Sheer determination by Tony Kay. I'm sure he would like another tilt at Old Trafford, and this year come away with a winner's medal, and it's looking rosy at present. So Town lead by 14-0. Marwood with this conversion. And it's there. So Town leads 16-0. So tremendous start. Town have Gary Schubert warming up. But again, Stret, lower kick this time, as far as Mulligan, feeds it onto Riley. Riley drives it straight back at them. Good tackle by Bamber and Harmer though. Mackenzie onto Armstrong. Armstrong offloads to Mackenzie again. Mackenzie wrapped up there though by Cavalier. Marwood at the hub of things again. Dummies still going, Marwood, but met by Packnuck and fell. Mackenzie back to Mulligan. Mulligan puts the kick in. Tremendous kick which finds touch. And takes play from one end of the field to the other, about 10 or 12 yards from the Rochdale line. Beautifully judged kick. It's going to be Bates to feed this scrum. Comes up with it onto Gibson. Up from the full back position, but wrestled to the ground. Gartland onto Bates. Bates fires it wide. Onto Cullen, then onto Stret. Green going infield, still on his feet. Very elusive runner, Jason Green. Met by Jason Moore though, he's away from him, still on his feet. But just run out of space. Eccles looks for a gap, but he closed up very, very quickly as Armstrong and Kerr shut him out. And Phil McKenzie's taking a knock in that last tackle. Packnuck looks for runners onto Cavalier. But again, good tackling, extinguished the danger just short of halfway. Packnuck onto Bates, Bates onto Gartland, who fires it wide onto Stret. Stret forced wide. Well, eventually fell, I think it was, who came up with it. But good tackling again, its last tackle. Mackenzie's okay to continue. Gartland puts the kick in, hoisted. Drummond and Mulligan are under it. Mulligan takes it superbly. Awkward ball to take. Drummond trying to run away. Still going, Drummond. Marwood onto Armstrong. Mackenzie onto Byrne. Byrne takes it in, calms things down as they wrestle him to the ground on the far side. Oglenby spots a gap, went for it, and was only just caught by Eccles. His last tackle. Mackenzie spots the gap, put the kick in, but it's just going to be too far, so it's a tap on the 22. So Bamber leaves the field, being replaced by Eamon Ratu. So it's very, very hot, but already a lot of early substitutions by both sides. Packnuck spotted a gap, but that soon closed up. So Mackenzie came over with Jason Moore. Bates onto Cavalier. Cavalier takes it up well, but met by Oglenby. But again, 3 in on the tackle. But referee spots an infringement, holding down. So it's going to be Rochdale to kick to touch on the far side with Stret. Good news for Town fans is that Kitchen's now back in the dugout. So obviously he's fit enough to continue as Green takes it infield. Not a lot of penetration in that run though. Packnuk from acting half back onto Ratu. Takes it into the Town 22 for about the first time in the game. Packnuk onto Eccles. Eccles almost through, 10 yards from the Town line. Gartland got men over, he fires it wide onto Stret, but it evades everybody and finds touch. So their first assault in the Town 22 comes to nothing with that loose pass. So it's going to be a scrum down in the Town 22. Marwood prepares to feed, comes up with it, goes himself, trying to go past Gartland, but it's finished off by Fell. 28 minutes gone, Town leads 16-0. Kay bursts away from his own defence. Now Byrne, onto Burns. Mackenzie darts left onto Oglenby, trying to run it wide. Very, very strong is Oglenby as he tried to fend them off. Mackenzie onto Marwood, Marwood onto Heppy. Heppy straightens it up. Packnuk brings up a good tackle though, it's last tackle this time. Burns onto Oglenby, that looked forward, but Cocker continues. Chip over the top into space. Well, surely was held back, but the try is there. Cocker was held back, it looked a forward pass, but as Cocker was being held back, I'm sure it was fullback Mark Mulligan who went in for a try. So that takes it to 20. So Mulligan again on the score sheet. Good Town, I think, getting a little bit of the run in there, but they didn't make the best of it. And it's there, so that takes it to 22 points to 0. So Riley leaves the field to get a head wound attended to, being replaced by Gary Schubert. So it's Town who lead 22 to 0. Hoisted as far as Byrne, feeds it onto Schubert, his first touch, drives it into Harmer though. Mackenzie onto Armstrong, then straightens it up before he's brought down. Mackenzie wide, then onto Heppy. Heppy shoves 1 off, 2 off, 3 off, still on his feet Heppy. Tremendous run, brought down on halfway. Mackenzie fires it left onto Oglenby, did well to take it, trying to wriggle out the tackles, but Cavalier and Fell bring him down. Mackenzie onto Marwood, Marwood trying to jink through, looks for support, finds Mackenzie, opens it up to Kay. Kay trying to dodge round Cullen, but brought down, its last tackle. Drummond infield onto Mulligan. Mulligan hoists one, it's got snow on it. Green's under it, fumbles it. Picked up by Moore, it's back to 1. But Rochdale come up with it. Town tried to free that ball. Green now, after that fumble, takes it away, but forced back by Jed Byrne. It's all being played in the Rochdale half at present. Packnuk onto Gibson, looking for some inspiration, but a thumping tackle by Heppy. Packnup goes himself. Again, good tackling. This time by Schubert. Bates onto Bamba. Tremendous hit in midfield by Ratu and Heppy. Stret over the top. Purely speculative, and Mulligan picks it up, trying to run in open field, but Harmer sticks to him like glue as again the dust flies. Marwood onto Drummond. Drummond wrapped up but still on his feet, an awkward customer to bring down. He took 3. Marwood onto Armstrong. Armstrong, another good run as they struggle to bring him down. Mackenzie onto Schubert. Schubert again with a good burst, driving it into Rochdale territory. Mackenzie looks for runners in field. Byrne still on his feet. Onto Marwood. Marwood wide again. Moore checks, goes around the first. It's last tackle though. And Rochdale really are being split right, left and centre. Marwood chips through, but only as far as Eccles. The wise old head was wise to that on that occasion. Now Gibson tries to run it away from deep, but a great tackle there by Schubert. Packnup looks for runners, wide onto Cullen. Cullen trying to step it in field. But Mr. Presley spots offside. So it's a penalty to Town. 7 minutes to go plus any stoppage time in his first half. There's going to be Stret to kick to touch on the far side. A good spiralling touch finder towards the grandstand. Rochdale regroup. Packnup. But again the tackling's good. And Town force them back. Packnup onto Bates. Bates takes it in field wide onto Stret, then onto Cullen. Cullen in field goes O'Keefe. But Kane Drummond alert to it. Cullen again in field onto Bates. Bates onto Fell. Fell wide onto Gartland. Gartland onto Gibson. Gibson onto Green. But Green just trying to shrug them off before the tacklers came in. Again, Gartland in midfield onto Stret. Stret checks back in field, looking to link up, but just can't. Brought down there by Armstrong and Schubert. Bates, Gartland switches play on the right, chip over the top. Marwood takes it well. Under immense pressure from Gartland. Mulligan infield, but brought down. Armstrong takes it up, shrugs off Stret. But Bates and Cullen bring him down. Mackenzie onto Kay. Kay trying to run it wide. And Mackenzie onto Moore. Moore shrugs off one. Brought down at the second attempt on halfway. Mackenzie back to Mulligan. Mulligan puts the kick in, looks to be too long though. So it's going to be a tap on the Rochdale 22. Rochdale don't seem to be in too great urgency as Gibson now takes up the ascendancy, trying to run it wide. Looking to offload to Stret, but Stret wrapped up by Cocker on the far side. Bates wide onto Gartland, wider still. Well taken by O'Keefe. Oh, evades Drummond. Kay on the outside, still going, very little ground, but Drummond recovers well to upend him and force him into touch. Well, what tremendous play. Recovered superbly, and with the sheer force of it, he forced him into touch. Tremendous play by Drummond. Marwood goes himself from the base of the scrum. Had 2 balls on. Now Heppy again tries to shrug them off. Mackenzie onto Byrne. Rather isolated, but goes himself. Mackenzie infield onto Oglenby, running straight and well, looking to link up, which he does so with Cocker. I don't know where he came from there, but did superbly to take it. Mackenzie onto Armstrong, spots a gap, shoves one off, then onto Heppy, Heppy onto Drummond. Drummond trying it wide again, onto O'Keefe, he evades him this time. Drummond back in for, oh, it just slipped there. As Gibson brought off the great tackle now. Cocker in from the left wing position, onto Mulligan, fires it wide, onto Marwood, then onto Byrne. Byrne looks for runners, checks, goes through the gap. But brought down 8 yards from the Rochdale line, but tremendous running rugby by Town this afternoon. Already the lead by 22-0 with about 2 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time in this first half. Fell, looking to run it out of trouble, but met by Heppy, who's got through a tremendous amount of tackling in this first half. Schubert again, shrugged off by Harmer. Packnuk infield, missed by Bates, eventually finds Gibson. Well, eventually back to Bates, Bates onto Stretch, Stretch back infield onto Green. But the cover came across well. Packnuk. Gartland checks, then takes it up onto Fell, Fell into gap. But again, good tackling. Last tackle this time. Packnuk goes right onto Gartland. Gartland wide now onto Stretch. Stretch chipped through. Taken well there though. It's Cocker infield, trying to elude the tacklers. Crowd weren't too happy about that challenge, but Armstrong it is who comes away. Minute to go plus any stoppage time. I'm sure both sides will be ready for a breather at half time because it's been played at a frenetic pace in this first 40 minutes. Marwood did well, offload onto Byrne, Byrne onto Oglenby, through the gap back to Byrne, checks out a one, then onto Moore, Moore back in field, that looked high. Crowd weren't too happy about it. Now Town are penalised. Gibson takes it quickly. Town not 10 yards. The crowd weren't too happy about this initial challenge on Jason Moore, but didn't play to the whistle. So this could be Rochdale's last chance at the end of this first half. Eccles takes the first one in. Packnuk just outside the Town 22 onto Harmer. Had a reception committee waiting for him there, but they're 10 yards out. Packnuk onto Bates. Bates switched to Gartland. Gartland checks. And there goes the hooter. So tremendous first half display by Town in a very good conditions. Tries on 10 minutes by Mackenzie. 15 minutes by Oglenby, which was also a goal by Marwood. Kerr went in after a tremendous burst on 22 minutes. Mulligan went in for the 4th try on 29 minutes. Again, goal by Marwood to take a half-time score at Derwent Park. Workington Town 22, Rochdale Hornets 0. At half-time is the return of Peter Riley from the blood bin. So it's Rochdale with everything to do with the wind at the backs in the second half. Remember, the trail by 22 points to 0. Mr. Presley starts the proceedings, now on to Riley. After his spell for 10 minutes in the blood bin, brought down by Ratu just inside the Town 22. Armstrong starting where they've left off with good powerful runs. Oglenby straightening it up, looking for a gap. Mackenzie looks what his options are, onto Moore. Moore a good run again, but wrestled to the ground on halfway. Mackenzie back to Mulligan, puts the kick in, but it's accidental offside as the ball came off Oglenby. So it's going to be a penalty which Stret will take on his popular side. Finds touch with a good touch finder. Oh, I thought it went a bit further than that, Mr. Linesman. But Packnuk onto Eccles. Eccles narrow side. Held up on the town 22. Packnuk in field onto Harmer. But again, 3 in on the tackle. Packnuk darts, missed out one, that looked forward on to Cavalier. 8 yards out. Hornets lined out deep on the left. Packnuk onto Gartland, Gartland wide onto Cullen, trying to step it in field, but again held up. That's 4th tackle. Bates onto Gartland, Gartland wide onto Fell. Fell's trying to straighten it up. Last tackle. Packnuk onto Fell, run around. Packnuk still in possession. Gap opens up and wide. And a try at the start of the second half for Cullen, I think it is. On last tackle, Rochdale open their account. So Cullen narrows the gap at the start of the second half. So Stretch from the far side, just taking his time. So Stret really has taken his time because referee Presley hasn't stopped the clock. Hoists it, is it there? No, it isn't, just drifts wide, so score remains at 22 points to 4. So Town in no great hurry to restart. Mulligan arranges the sand to prepare his toe punt. Along the bottom. Gibson takes it, trying to run it away. Stret back to Gibson. Gibson wrestled to the ground though by Marwood and Cocker. Takes it quickly. Green dodges, then goes infield himself, but nowhere through as he's forced back. Packnuk onto Cavalier, a good tackle by Riley, finished off by Armstrong. Packnuk again onto Eccles, but wrapped up just short of halfway. Last tackle. Back and Gartland puts the kick in. Mulligan right down his throat. Marwood onto Drummond. Drummond goes in field but tackled by Fell and Bates. Mackenzie onto Byrne. Well, Mackenzie onto Kay. Kay trying to run it wide, but brought down on halfway. Mackenzie onto Armstrong. spots a gap, goes through it, but wrestled down. Its last tackle this time. Mackenzie at the hub of things. Last tackle, puts the kick in. So scrum it down about 4 yards inside the Hornets. 22, 5 minutes gone. Score 22 points to 4 in favour of Town. Bates to feed, comes up with it on to Gartland. Interesting tactic, chipped over the top. Green's running like an express train, takes it well, but Cocker did well to tackle back. Stretch onto Gartland, good tackle Mulligan. Well, looked at good tackle, but referee's given offside. Cocker's taken a knock. Packnuk infield onto Bates. They've got men over. Oh, why didn't it go wide? Packnuk spots a gap, went himself. Bates again at the hub of things onto Gartland and onto Cavalier, trying to straighten it up. Good tackle by Heppy though. Packnuk goes left onto Bates. Bates wide onto Gartland. Long ball there. Onto Harmer. Back to Gibson. Gibson keeps the ball alive. Back to Fell, who goes back the other way. O'Keefe tried the chip, which went right into the arms of Des Drummond, who said thank you very much. Mackenzie onto Mulligan, trying to run it away from his own line. Seems to have taken a knock in the process. Armstrong takes it infield. Then on to Byrne, trying to wriggle his way through. Mackenzie on to Burns. Now Mackenzie darts again, puts the chip in, drives the defence back and finds touch. So good thinking by Mackenzie, calming things down. The crowd absolutely screaming for Mr. Presley to keep Rochdale back the full 10 yards. It's going to be Bates to feed this scrum, has a little chat with Green. Green now goes infield on a dummy run. Gartland run around, and Gartland onto Gibson. Gibson trying to run it wide, still going back infield, but eventually bounces to O'Keefe. Back to Cullen. Cullen, good tackle by Moore though, and finished off by Riley. But it really is fast and furious stuff. Good tackle again. Bates on the Cavalier, straightening it up. Well, look to offload, but only as far as Mackenzie, and Young goes Jason Moore. Moore still going, checks it infield. Gibson did well, he stole the ball. Well, stole the ball. So it could be chance of a penalty for Marwood, head onto the posts. About 20 metres out. So this should be a formality for Marwood. And there it is. So Marwood gets the bandwagon rolling again to extend the Town lead. 24 points to 4. Interesting to note on the coupons this week, Rochdale had 10 points start. So quick take and kick by Gartland, which just... Well, I thought the linesman had indicated he went straight out, but it's going to be a drop out. Mulligan to drop out from underneath his own sticks. Ball's down centre field as far as Gibson takes it on the hip. Tries to shrug them off, still on his feet, Gibson. But referee penalises Town for stealing the ball. Gibson not too happy about the decision. He's going to the blood bin now. So on comes Bamba for the blood-binned Gibson. So Strett's going to have a kick at goal. Should be a formality for this man. Head onto the post just outside the Town 22. Strett, well, makes it there, so that takes the score to 24 points to 6. Heppy goes to the blood bin, and Schubert comes on. So Schubert on for Heppy, so that's 2 in the blood bin, Gibson and Heppy. So it's Mulligan to restart. Again, a low flighted kick as far as Cavalier, but met by Riley. Bamba on for the blood-binned Gibson, brought down by Schubert. Packnute. Well, crowd crying for obstruction, but referee thought otherwise. Bates onto Gartland, who fires it wide again onto Strett. Strett trying to fend them off, but wrestled to the ground just inside the Town half. Fell onto Gartland. Gartland run around again. Again, not making too much yardage. Its last tackle. Gartland hoists one. It's into space. Well, eventually taken, but just knocked on. So it's a scrum down just inside the Town 22. Marwood onto Byrne. Byrne right into Gartland, who brings him down. Marwood onto Burns. Burns straightens it up. Mackenzie onto Oglenby. Fends off Strett. Onto Cocker, but Cocker just couldn't hold it. Infield onto Gartland. Gartland trying to open up, but feeds it onto Fell. Well, give him a bucket. All but palmed him to him, but he just couldn't take it. So a chance goes begging for Rochdale. And it's a scrum down. Marwood feeds. Comes up with it. I think Bates was there before the ball. Kate trying to evade Cullen, but it brings him down. Marwood onto Moore. Mackenzie spots a gap, back in field onto Mulligan, and Mulligan evades the defence, going for the corner. In field to Jed Byrne, and Byrne goes in for a superb try made by Mulligan and finished off by that man Jed Byrne in superb style. And that could be good night Rochdale. That takes it to 28 points to 6 with this conversion to come, which should be a formality. And that could see Town into the semi-finals. And Marwood adds on the extra 2. So that takes Town into a 30 points to 6 lead. And really what a reversal after the last time Rochdale visited Derwent Park. Stret restarts, kicks deep as far as Mulligan, feeds it on to Riley. Riley, another good burst. Much appreciated by this large Derwent Park crowd assembled today as Schubert now takes it up. Tackled by Fallon Bates. Mackenzie on to Byrne, the try scorer. Mackenzie on to Armstrong. Armstrong, well, referee said the ball was stolen. It's pleased the crowd somewhat on this popular side. "17 minutes of the second half gone. Town lead 30 points to 6 as Mulligan prepares to kick to touch. Well, he had to try to get us. Burns takes it infield. Mackenzie onto Schubert. Good burst by the prop. Town wanting more points as Mackenzie fires it wide onto Byrne. Oglenby's short ball onto Moore. Moore through the gap again. Back to Mulligan. Mulligan's going in for a try. Superb again. Tremendous handling movement. Jason Moore going like a steam train, running out in the centres. Set it up, an inside ball onto Mulligan. And he went in for his 22nd try of the year. So Town making it something of a rout now. So Marwood trying to make it 36. And he does. So that's his 6th goal of the afternoon. Take Town into a 36 points to 6 lead. Stret restarts. Mulligan lets it bounce, then feeds it onto Riley, who again's had another good game throughout. Mackenzie. Well, Schubert spills the ball. So it'll be a scrum down for the first knock on. Well, Rochdale, after the early points of the second half, thought they might make a game of it when it was 22 points to 4. But a further 2 tries and 3 goals by Town have extinguished that, who now lead by 36 points to 6. Well, silly penalty there. He was pushing it to play the ball. Stret kicks to touch. Rochdale regroup. Packnuk onto Eccles, who's worked tirelessly this afternoon. Bamber, Cavalier, Bates. Well, I think they fooled themselves with the elaboracy of that one. Fell onto Bamber, trying to straighten it up, held up 3 yards out. Packnuck again onto Bates, run around with Gartland, then on comes Cavalier, looking to offload but can't as he's engulfed by 4 Town defenders. Seem to lose the ball. Nothing seen though. Bates, wide, straight onto Cullen, but nowhere past Cocker. Last tackle. Packnuck to Stret, chips through, it's only as far as Marwood. Positioned himself well. Cocker trying to go himself from the acting half-back position, but brought down by Bates. Mackenzie onto Armstrong. "21 minutes gone, Town lead 36-6. Schubert goes on a burst from his own line. Mackenzie now onto Kerr. Kerr trying to run through this Rochdale defence, looking to offload but just can't. Last tackle. Mackenzie puts the kick in himself into space. O'Keefe takes it, runs it back, but only as far as Moore and Riley. Ratu. Packnuck now changes direction onto Cavalier, just slipped there. Burns came in, fell, takes him up, and Riley again in on the tackle. Packnuck goes left onto Bates, who fires it wide. Gartland trying to go through the gap. Again Armstrong's there, it's last tackle. Back to Bates. Bates puts one in, which finds touch. So it's gone rather quiet at Derwent Park. Town lead 36-6. Sure, a quick try would bring the crowd back to life as Marwood prepares to feed this scrum. Goes himself round the base, met by Gartland though, brings him down. Mulligan first there, onto Kerr. Mackenzie darts himself, got Schubert with him, gives it to Schubert. Schubert back to Mackenzie. Mackenzie, good tackle back though by Ratu. Marwood infield onto Armstrong. Armstrong almost through, looking for somebody at his shoulder, but no one was there on this occasion. Marwood infield onto Mulligan. Mulligan wide, taken well by Drummond, shoves one off, but not the second. It's last tackle. Back to Mulligan. Mulligan hoists one. O'Keefe's under it, takes it well. Well wrapped up though. Green goes himself infield, trying to evade the tacklers. Steve Gibson back in the dugout, but still hasn't returned to this Rochdale side. But Cavalier, well, Stett tried to look for his wingman. Well, Moore. Ball eventually goes into touch. But final decision is a scrum down inside the Rochdale 22. Bates to feed. Comes up with it onto Gartland. Gartland fires it wide. Onto Cullen. Cullen fancies his chances on the outside, but wrapped up there by Kieran Drummond. Back in field, Gartland run around with Ratu. Bates infield. Eccles trying to check it infield one-handedly. Moore did well to bring him down. Packnuk left onto Bates. Bates looks for runners onto Cavalier. Wide onto Bates. Bates wide onto Gartland. Gartland evades the final tackle. Back to Bates. But referee Mr. Presley gives a forward pass. Good passing movement by Rochdale, but that's the first time we've seen it. But Mr. Presley was right on the job to see a forward pass. Marwood goes round the base, evades Bamber, but Cullen brings him down. Armstrong. Mackenzie onto Kay. But again making yardage every time he's had the ball. Mackenzie darts onto Riley. Mackenzie fires it wide onto Marwood, then onto Byrne. Byrne short ball onto Ogilvy, changing the direction, then straightening it up. Last tackle. Moore from acting half-back. Onto Mulligan. Mulligan spiralling kick this time. Will it find touch? Keith does well, evades the first tackle, but not the second. Heppy's fit to resume, waiting to come back into the fray. Ratu spills the ball though. So now Town can make their substitution. So Heppy returns from Ogilvy. Had a superb game in his first game back after suspension. Much appreciated by this large crowd, and Heppy returns. Marwood onto Byrne, then onto Kay. Kay. Referee said it was across the chest. Marwood onto Byrne, and onto Burns. Tackled by Stret, but again it takes 4 to wrestle him to the ground. Marwood now onto Mackenzie. Mackenzie looks for runners, fires it out onto Heppy. Heppy spots a gap. Oh, just couldn't find Mulligan, and Rochdale come up with it. Ratu.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, the Stonesby Second Division Championship trophy will be presented to the Workington Town team
Bates
by Mr. David
onto
Howard
Cavalier.
at the end of the game in the main stand. May we request that spectators please remain in your seats and behind the perimeter fencing.
Gartland wide.
Vendor will have a banner around the ground to show the trophy to
Stret.
all spectators who have not yet seen the trophy in the flesh.
So 11 minutes to go in this game, plus any stoppage time. Rochdale trying to mount something, but Marwood alert to it. But holding down in the tackle. Gartland, the guilty man, well, doesn't like what the decision was. But Mr. Presley's had a no-nonsense game. He's tried to keep teams well apart. Mulligan finds touch. Marwood onto Kay, infield. Mackenzie now onto Schubert. Schubert, a good burst. I'm sure Bamber felt that one. Back to Byrne, onto Heppy. Heppy almost through the gap, just couldn't find the final pass. Now back to Marwood. Marwood checks onto Riley. Through the gap goes Riley, still going. Just couldn't find the final pass. Out wide onto Burns. Burns, can he find the try line? Yes, he can. There it is. Town reach 40 with Paul Burns. going in for his 10th try of the season.
And the try scorer for Town, number 4, Paul Burns.
So Town make it 40. With a difficult conversion for Marwood still to come. So in the semi-final, that will be at Derwent Park next week. Don't know who it will be, but it'll be interesting to see who Peter Walsh selects. He'll also have James Pickering to choose from, plus these troops that are on show today. So Marwood from this near side just drifts it left of the upright, so score remains at 40 points to 6. 9 minutes to go plus any stoppage time. As the crowd come to life. Town already 7 tries this afternoon. Stret restarts. As far as Mulligan feeds it on to Schubert. Schubert takes it up right into Bates, who brings him down well on the Town 22. Mackenzie, quick hands on to Riley. Riley again, a good burst. Takes 3 to bring him down. Mackenzie on to Heppy. Heppy looked a little high, but again they struggle to bring this New Zealander down. Mackenzie onto Armstrong. Mackenzie again, darts, spots a gap onto Kay. Last tackle. Back to Mulligan, takes it up. Chip over the top into space. Ratu did well, but tremendous tackle by Mulligan. Good rugby. O'Keefe trying to run it away. Drummond in with the tackle. Rochdale still in their own 22, trying to run it away from deep. Bates trying to work something, short ball onto Fell. Fell runs it back in field. And really this scoreline, Town were really subdued after the thumping that Rochdale gave them early on in the season, but that's all been forgotten with this display today. Gartland over the top. Gartland takes it well. Still last tackle. Bamber back to Bates. But again, forward pass. Referee again was in a very, very good position. So it'll be a handover. About 6 minutes to go, plus any stoppage time. Heppy trying to run it out of defence. Mackenzie got Schubert with him. Schubert in field looking to offload. But Fell just brings him down. Mackenzie onto Jason Moore. Moore good pace again. Mackenzie, short ball. Eventually finds Mackenzie. Well, came a knock on by Stret. Mr. Presley just consulting with his linesman on that decision. But credit to Mr. Presley, let the game flow as much as possible. He's been right on the job. Narrow side, Heppy onto Marwood. Marwood through the gap is Cocker. Cocker going for the line. Will he make it? Yes, he will. So a blindside move round the base. Heppy fed it onto Marwood. Marwood took it up, made the gap for Cocker, and Cocker went in for his 32nd try of the season. and take Town into a 44 points to 6 lead. So tremendous display. Town take it up to 8 tries. So from a similar position to where his last effort was, Marwood trying to readjust his sights to knock this one over. Looks better as he got the legs, just dropped short. Town lead 44 points to 6. So just announced the man of the match today, number 1, Mark Mulligan. Sure, there must have been a few contenders, but Mulligan comes out top of the pile. Stret restarts as far as Kay. Kay again making good yardage. Goes himself. Still on his feet, Kay. Looking to link up. Put in the space of 2 tackles. He went half the length of the field, but he's just spilled the ball there. I think he's taken a knock in the process. Concern for Tony Kay. Sure, coach Peter Walsh won't want any serious injuries at this late stage of the season. Well, he's been helped off the field. So Ogilvy comes back on for Tony Kay, who has had a very good game this afternoon. Going right to the dressing rooms with about 3 minutes to go plus any stoppage time. Bates onto Gartland. O'Keefe onto Cullen, trying to spin it wide. Stret inside the green. Back to O'Keefe. Checks, tries to hand off Ogilvy. Bamber taking it across field. Well, still on his feet before he's upended by Armstrong. Bates onto Eccles. Another big hit in midfield involving Mr. Heavy. Bates run around with Fell onto Cavalier. Well, wrestled there. Couldn't offload. Paknuk goes left, looks for runners. Back to Paknuk. Last tackle in the Town 22. Will it be hoisted? Back to Gartland. Gartland checks, offloads. But again a forward pass, so it'll be a handover. Minute to go plus any stoppage time at the end of this game as Armstrong tries to run it away. Mulligan, man of the match again this year. Ogilvy runs it straight and hard before he's upended. Seemed to take a knock there. But on comes Heppy again. Another powerful burst as it takes 3 to bring him down. McKenzie, back to Mulligan. Mulligan fires it wide as far as Burns. Burns onto Cocker. Cocker still going. Onto Moore. Can he make it? Yes, he can. So another great try for Town. Now ripping holes into this Rochdale defence. And who'd have thought it? Town reached 48 with that Jason Moore try. Town's 9th try of the afternoon. So Marwood, can he make it the magical 50? Yes, he can. With his 7th goal of the afternoon, taking his score to 50 points to 6. And there goes the hooter. A tremendous display by Town, it has to be said. Who'd have thought it? They were drubbed 37 points to 12. They've come back to play the same team and have beaten them 50 points to 6. They will now be doing the presentation of the championship trophy, which we see on the far side and beneath the grandstand, before they do a lap of honour for the faithful who couldn't quite make it at the Bramley Carnival last week. As the crowd come back to life, Town march on to a semi-final place in the Premiership for 1994. Rochdale, it's the end of their season, but the back half of it has been very, very encouraging for Coach Steve Gibson and his staff, and I'm sure they'll be a force next year in the 2nd division. So now it's going to be the presentation again, a repeat of the Bramley encounter. Everybody stayed to watch it as well, which is a delight to see. Trophy. I think Mrs. Gorge has been polishing that this week. Looks very, very bright. So there it is. Every team member will no doubt want a hold of that. Gary Schubert. Hometown lad Peter Riley. Martin Oglenby. So trophy presented by David Howes. There's Drummond. Mark Mulligan, the man of the match today. The kicker extraordinaire, Dean Marwood. Paul Burns. Stuart Cocker, what a signing he's been. 32 tries already and he hasn't finished yet. Brad Heppy, will he keep his shirt on this week? The ever popular New Zealander takes the trophy down the steps before they'll do a lap of honour. So out they come, displaying the silverware on this lap of honour of Derwent Park. Come towards the popular side come to life, hoping to lift them to further glories, no doubt next week, and hopefully further to Old Trafford. The season hasn't finished and the popular side know it. The silverware's displayed. Brad Heppy the season and it hasn't finished yet. Jason Moore, after his recent signing from the amateur ranks, hoists the trophy. Players continually signing autographs on this lap of honour. Peter Walsh, the coach, a very proud man. Colin Armstrong, captain throughout the year, and what a year it's been. Wayne Kitchen wanders round, could be the only casualty, but seems to be walking round pretty well now. So hopefully he'll be okay for next week.